Recently, I was bullied by a seagull. This has led me to remember the game Bully, so we shall indulge in our childhood nostalgia and try and escape the ever-looming presence of crushing reality. Oh, bloody hell! Call me Helen Keller because I don't think they're coming back. I am barely 10 minutes into my childhood nostalgia and I already feel like a grandmother who's about to call the police over a noise complaint. What is occurring with the noise? That doesn't sound quite right. Oh, for goodness sake, please don't tell me this is another game where I fight through bugs until eventually I give up and cry. Oh no, it's fine now. Ah, leave me alone! Leave me alone! I will jump away from my problems because I didn't read how to run. There was information and I didn't read it, and that is definitely much like my school days as well. Let me in, let me in, let me in. That was very mature of you. You handled that like an adult.
Hopkins, you're quite the nastiest little boy I have ever encountered.
People pay good money to be spoken to in such a manner. Frankly, if I was an attractive woman, I'd do the same to pay my bills. Unfortunately, I am not a woman. Also, my back fat has a daily fight against gravity, so I tend to think there's a lot of issues in that subject matter that I just will never be able to overcome. Which is a shame, because my mother always said I have the right vocal tones to become a dominatrix. Now, this does remind me of my school days. Obviously not because I'm an American. I have a terrible American accent to disprove any theories of that matter. It does remind me of my school days because it's so bloody loud. All I need is someone screaming lesbian down the hallway and I would be at home. Frankly, that rumour was so ingrained into my school culture that when it came to sex education, we reached the lesbian contraceptive stage. The teacher made eye contact with me and me only during that whole segment, when I knew deep down I had a fetish for balding German men in their 40s. But no one believed me. Oh my, I actually do believe this might be a fight. Oh, it is a fight. Oh, I was nattering too much and now I don't know what's actually occurring. Run away like I did in my school days. Take a shot every time I say that, and we will be paralytic, my friend. Excuse me, young man. Unhand that much younger man. I have recently learnt the art of combat, so if you do not, I'll be forced to use it. Now stop it. And look at that. It only took a little bit of negotiation, and the violence has ended. What a wonderful time. Oh no, he's just beaten up someone round the corner instead. It is time for vengeance. It is time for pain. Our victory will be covered in their blood. You've been a very naughty boy, young man. I do not remember all these cutscenes at the beginning of the game. I just thought you go straight into it, you bully something's gone terribly wrong. Oh, you absolute bin bag! Thankfully, I actually did something that I rarely do, and that is save a game, so we don't have to reenact the opening. We are going to enjoy our lovely adventure once more of beating the crap out of miners. And look, there's my first gaming cameo! Frankly, that wasn't far off from my actual image in high school. I had the face of a bulldog chewing a wasp, my body was the shape of a bulldozer. The only glamour I had in my life was in my luxury branded ice cream. Firstly, mate, I know you've nicked those chocolates. Secondly, why are you eating them in a public bathroom, you dirty boy? I understand when it comes to bullying, one doesn't really have standards because firstly you're a bully, but really, if you're going to torment someone to steal their chocolates, don't eat it in a public restroom. Have some self-respect.
Now over there are the greasers.
You're the one I want, you are the one. Woo, woo, woo. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I'm gonna go and sit in the corner of shame now. Be overwhelmed by my finger movements, cause I've just completed chemistry. And I am a glorious... They've just gave me firecrackers for doing that. What happened to just having a gold star? It is my old nemesis again, the mouse, which I don't currently have, but I am going to get one, I promise. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to burn the girl. Oh my goodness, they're after me. I didn't mean to make her a smoking hot lady. You set fire to one girl and the whole world thinks you're a bad guy. I could just be a morally grey character. It could have been an accident. I don't see why we have to fight. I don't see why you've just had to pause. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that again. Not a thing was saved. Not even my dignity. After crying for about 10 minutes, we've finally gotten to where we were previously. And we'll be perfectly fine. Everything's great. We are doing wonderfully as a person. I did not deserve this cutscene. I deserved a luxurious cutscene, not with this miserable accountant-looking man. He's not even losing his hair. Oh goodness, it's my worst fear, physical activity. I cannot run for a bus, I cannot run for my dreams. The only time I do run is if I've eaten food past its sell-by date. I do believe throwing a brick at someone's head does cross the line. You're no longer a lovable rogue, but a full-blown nutter. Saying that, I once brought stiletto heels into a fight, so who am I to judge? Saying that, I am a nutter, so that could prove my theory. It appears that I am stuck on my knees whilst in an abandoned school bus. What type of buggery is this? Actually, to be frank, that's quite a normal experience for any British child that goes to a boarding school. Oh, look at all these tiny little chaps playing their American soccer. I'm just gonna bang them from the tree. I'm quite lucky none of them have the ability to look up. Actually, to be frank, if I was banging you, most of you would not look up for your own safety. What a glorious time we had during our first school day. All I can say after such an experience is, I want to go home. If you've enjoyed today's video, hit that bell because I do not have a schedule. However, I do have a coke addiction. That is not what you're meant to say. I do not have that, by the way. Believe me, please, it's not true. I'm just an irresponsible adult. Please believe me.